Hello, soul activation babies.
Yay! We hope you're having a wonderful day.
Yeah.
How are you going? Buzzing away. I was just saying to Michelle, the other night I really wanted to share with you what I was going through, because as we feel it in our bodies, we can feel like there's something wrong, right? And so I wanted to show you exactly what was going on for me in that moment. So I hope you guys have been able to get some sleep. It actually feels like it's toned off a wee bit. Yeah. How have you been sleeping, Michelle?
Oh, fine. I always sleep just fine.
Good.
But there's some big stuff going on. So before we jumped onto this recording, Kristen and I were talking about how we've been talking about it's coming. Like, it's here. It is here, right? So those of you that are in the soul activation circle have got the support systems that you need, and every single time we say do those energetic exercises, right? And it's got the sacred geometry, it's got everything that you need, right? You have the tools that you need, but because it is here, because the time is here, you need to stop all this shit out here, and you need to really go within here. If you try and be out there, you're gonna be in the fucking tornado chaos, right? Like, you literally have to come back into the eye of yourself and keep doing those things every day. Go back and do crystals, like clearing of the energetic wounds. Like, I got guided to do my own thing again this morning, right? Like, you need to constantly keep clearing them, but you need to understand that now is the time for you to shine. And here's a bit of a kick up the ass for everyone. You're a fucking sovereign human being, and you're an adult, right? I know that we have one beautiful, delicious child in here, but equally, like, she's been here so many times, right? Like, she's got an old soul, and I'm so grateful that you're in here, darling, because you know, like, you're in here with your tribe. But we have all of the tools that we need within ourselves. But here's the thing: if you keep reaching out there, you're going to keep reaching out to the chaos. You need to keep reaching in here. Go within. Like, honestly, like, I mean, I'm very psychic. I've always been very psychic. My psychic abilities have, like, ramped up, because we're not just bordering on that 5D energy, we're fully smack bang in it now. Like, you can fully tap in. So if you fully tap in out there, it's gonna feel yuck.
Yeah, I think this as well is unfolding everything right now. When we even came together about creating the soul activation circle, what we were showing is happening right now. Yeah. And showing that chaos and getting our tribe in our spaceship, in my terms, and shining light. Yeah, because I feel like there's going to be two kind of realities going on. Those that are like awake like we are and can see and know at that higher perspective, and those that are still stuck.
And I'm seeing it in both, like people that don't have businesses and people that do have businesses, right? Like, the people that are in business, some people are like, oh my God, my business is dying. And other people are like, whoa, I can see the opportunity to ramp up, you know? And same in normal life. Like, there are some people that are like, wow, like, we are moving into a powerful period. And some people are like, oh my God, I'm drowning, I'm dying, right? So you gotta pick which camp you're gonna be in. And because you're in soul activation circle, like, you've picked the right camp, right? So let's do a clearing. But guys, I want you to be responsible for staying clear. I'm asking you from my soul to your soul to be responsible for staying clear. Because you do need to keep clearing, but I don't want you to deep clean the shag pile carpet every day. I just want you to be able to go in and do it for the feather dusting, you know, like, be responsible for not letting the dog come in and poop on the shag pile carpet, right?
Yeah, and it just stops as well from it building up, because if you're letting it build up over, say, a week and not doing it, then you've just got all this blooming extra stuff to do. Whereas if you are continually clearing and maintaining it, then you'll know, like, instantly, because I'm always in my own energy, I instantly know when something comes in.
They're showing me something. Close your eyes.
Yes.
Okay.
I've just been around a whole lot of crap too, by the way.
Okay. Oh, no, they're not showing me something brand new. Like, this is for the whole of soul activation circle. They're showing me this beautiful glass beaker. We're all in the glass beaker together. All of us are in here together. And then they're showing me that inside each of us, inside the glass beaker, there's a glass beaker in us. And the reason that the shit keeps coming in and that we have to keep clearing it out is that we're not filling up the glass beaker with what we should be filling the glass beaker up with. We all have a soul's purpose on this planet, and we're backwardsing and forwardsing from it instead of stepping into it. When we step into it, it's almost, they're showing me like they're turning a key in like in this like wooden door in a garden, and when you unlock the door, like there's just this beautiful lush garden and there's so much in there, and then this beaker's just full of this, you know, beautiful magic secret garden. There is no way that shit can get in because the life is so full. Does that make sense, Crystal? Like when you actually fill it up with the good stuff instead of worrying about the bad stuff coming in, if you focus on the good stuff, then the bad stuff just doesn't even matter. It's almost like by focusing on continually clearing, we're focusing on the bad stuff.
Yeah.
So it's almost like, you know, like my favorite analogy, like you can't have the cup of coffee till you've drank the herbal tea that you said you'd drink first, right? Like, so it's almost like pouring the coffee into the cup regardless of the tea being in there until eventually like the coffee takes over the tea. If that makes sense. Okay, so okay, all right. A forceful at the moment. Okay, so we're going to work with Gael. She's one of my personal guides. She's from Atlantis. She wants us to go into a pool of water. So Crystal, just slow down your breathing for me. And I want you to feel a pool of water beginning to form in your belly. And I want you to now notice that your soul is standing behind a massive waterfall. You're in a pool of water and there's a massive waterfall coming down in front of you, and your body or your soul, or, you know, the image of you is kind of standing behind that waterfall. And through the waterfall, you can see your beautiful magic garden on the other side. And like there's unicorns skipping around, like there's so many animals that we've never even seen, right? Because up at this higher vibration, like there probably are unicorns and magical things with horns and trunks on their heads and whatever else, right? It's not that they were mythical. It's just that back then people could see the mythical creatures, and then we had this whole whoopsie where we couldn't see it, where we were kind of disengaged from our God spark and our source. So it's not that they're mythical creatures, it's that they're perfectly available to us. And now that the 5D energy has been awoken inside of us, we have all of this available to us. So you don't even need to worry about like that thing that you truly want to do in your soul, like the thing that you're truly here to do, right? Like Crystal, you're here to truly bring magnificent energy to people so that they can unleash their spark in the world, right? Like that is what you're here for. That's why this whole soul activation circle thing was born, right? So you're fulfilling your soul's purpose, but it's like you're diluting it, or like it's the screen that's coming down in front of your face is kind of shimmering it and making it like a mirage instead of something real. And so same for everyone in Soul Activation Circle, same for me, right? Same for all of us. We're all in the same beaker. There is no fucking hierarchy in the Soul Activation Circle. We are all powerful beings, right? Like when Crystal said that we are all part of this key, she means it. Like there is no hierarchy, right? We just happen to be leading you and experiencing some things so that we can guide you as well. So I want you to know that you're a perfect and divine God spark, and that you're a powerful sovereign being. So stop doubting yourself. Just let that land. Stop doubting yourself. And so Crystal and everyone else listening to this, I want you to step through the waterfall. And as you step through, I want you to feel the shit just leave. It's like instantly washed out of you. And then as you step through, oh my fuck, can you feel that energy, Crystal?
I'm like tingling.
That's massive. That, my loves, is 5D energy. Like that whoosh that you feel over your body, they're like those fine prickles. That's 5D energy. It can feel a little bit heavy to hold, right? Unless you're used to quite sort of alien energy anyway, it can feel a little heavy to hold. It doesn't feel heavy to me, but it feels thicker, denser almost. Like I know that you'd think that 5D energy should be lighter, but it's not. It's actually heavier. That's why we have to undergo certain changes so that we're actually able to cope with it. Now, the thing that you're here to do in the world, the thing that you're like, no, no, it's simply not possible that I could live a life and get to pick wildflowers and sell them and put them into arrangements and make these dried flowers and sell them out into the world to change people's lives. Like, it would be impossible that that's the thing that I get to do in the world and actually get paid for it. It's true, right? Like, whatever the thing that you think that's impossible, that is what it is. Everything is possible with 5D energy. Okay. We are going to clear the heart. And later on, when you guys have listened to this, you'll tell me whose heart it was. We are coming in. Do you remember being a kid and mixing vinegar with baking soda? And it made like a volcano. We're going to mix vinegar. They're telling me we're mixing alien acid. Okay, guys. We're mixing alien acid with starlight. And it's going to create this whole bubbling effect, right? And inside the heart. So let me pour in the alien acid. It won't feel weird. It might feel a bit sharp, but it won't feel weird. Pour in starlight on top and let it fizz, like really let it like all through the heart. Through the right atrium, the right ventricle, through the left atrium, the left ventricle, all around the heart, all around the lungs, all through the intestines, all up around the shoulders, all up through your beautiful wings, all up through your throat. Ooh, especially in the throat. Someone messaged me and tell me whose throat that was. It's probably mine. Guys, it is safe for you to admit that you are here to save the fucking world. Can you please just stop pretending that you're not special? Like, enough. Enough, enough, enough. By denying your greatness, you're denying your God spark. You're denying your place in the universe. You're denying everyone else the opportunity to up-level. If you don't plug your special filament into the whole puzzle, none of it gets to work. It's no longer about you. It's about saving the world. So if you can't do it for yourself, do it for everyone that you love. They're showing me a bear getting up off the floor and he's shaking himself. The hibernation period is over. Your awakening is here. The time to rise is now. I want you to allow this bear energy into your body. Anyone else seeing little bright prickles? Little starlights. And he kind of shakes himself into your body. Feel that bear energy rising in you. With the all-powerful bear energy, there's no fucking room for negativity. If you see a bear walking around worried that someone's going to say something to him, he'd turn around and roar in their face. If you see a bear worried that a bee might come out and sting him, what the fuck? He's got big fur. He takes the honey because he knows the honey's going to nourish him. Start claiming what is yours. If you see the bear worrying about what the other animals are doing, he doesn't need to. He doesn't have any predators. He doesn't need to look around him when he's at the watering hole. He takes what he needs because he knows that he's here in the universe to do something big. And then you, with the bear inside you, on all fours, head off into the forest. Take some time to sniff some flowers. Take some time to roll around in the grass and itch your back. Take some time to feel the sunshine. Take some time to acknowledge that you're a powerful, sovereign being. Take some time to acknowledge that you're the chosen one. Accept it, let it land. Stop trying to fucking hand it back. And even though I know we want to stay here all day long, I certainly do. I love their energy. It's time for you to save the world, darling. It's time for you to stand up on your back legs and roar. time for you to be the difference in the world. It's time for you to go within and come from that place of power. So now gently come back to feeling your body, taking that bear energy with you. You might want to go and find some pictures of bears on the internet. You might want to rifle through your cards and find some bear energy. I know I will be. Take this bear medicine with you today in every place that you go. And for God's sake, stop looking externally and come from the divine spark within. In 3, 2, 1, you're going to open your eyes and feel amazing. 3, 2, 1. Don't you love bear?
I could feel the bear energy, actually. Very, very mighty and strong. I could feel the 5D. I was sitting there just going, yeah.
All right, everyone. Tell us how you liked that training, because we want to know. And it's time to rise. Like, stop playing. Time to stop